Doug, I want folks to understand about Begin Recovery and the substance, I mean the material that we have in these 12 hours of video that you have provided for us. I want you to understand that Dr. Doug Cook, whose rehab center is in the top 5 in the nation, you've dealt with pro athletes by the dozens.
Some of them pretty famous too.
Some big time famous boys. All kinds of celebrities, movie stars. You have been on the television, A&E's television show Intervention. You have been the one that's intervened for families on some of their shows and situations. You bring all these years and all this expertise. You've retired. You know, Lord's taking care of you, but yet you realize, and I don't want to just take the words out of your mouth, but this is sort of where I'm going. But folks that are in a rural setting, or that have to keep on working, or they don't have the money for a particular rehab place, or to get the special attention at other places, they can have access through Begin Recovery with the materials and the teaching that you gave all
those same people.
These same people.
That's true. And I'll take it one step further in that we would get people oftentimes who would come there who had been to other famous and very well-known treatment centers, and they would go through this educational course that I work with the patients on, and oftentimes by the second or third time they had heard me, they would come to me and they would say, why didn't they tell us this at X treatment center? And my response was, I don't know, but I'm glad you're getting it here. What I know from my own heart is that when I started a treatment center, I had specific things that I had learned, some the hard way and some by helping people, that you've got to have this information. And sometimes it's not exactly down the middle of the road of the same song and dance that you hear from treatment center to treatment center. There's some very specific and unique things that I believe are very important, and I think that's what's led to a lot of our success. So it's my own concepts mixed with the Christian principles, mixed with 12-step principles, and brought together in a way that we film these on location. They're powerful videos to watch.
They really
and
are.
It's not so much about is Doug Cook smart, it's what people have taught me, it's what I've read, it's what I've learned, it's what I've observed, it's what I had to learn to become board certified in addiction. It's all these things amalgamated, and it became my heart that having seen so many people that couldn't afford the treatment or wouldn't go to treatment, that there's got to be a way we can do better. And actually a friend of mine and I, one of my best friends, were talking one day a few years ago, and he said, why don't you bring this to the internet? And I went, yeah, we can do that. You know, I didn't realize how hard that was going to be and how much work that was going to be. I thought, well, we'll just shoot a few little films here.
And it is tough. That's a lot of material.
Woo-wee.
And then I've known people that are out there in the secular world and counseling and this and that, that they say, whoa, there it is. We want that.
Right.
We want your stuff.
Right.
And you're going, well, yeah, hey, but this is important stuff. Well,
right.
we want it. We want to use it over here and use it over here.
Right.
And but what I appreciate about you is when you and I talk, having barbecue. And one day at lunch, and our hearts, we were thinking about the church. We were thinking about families. We were thinking about, you know, Christian community and just communities and people that just need access to some help.
Yep.
That some of the wealthiest have access to. And so for our $495 for 12 hours of material and insights with Dusty's testimony and my insights and comments and yours and all together.
There's nothing else like it on the internet.
It's a lot better to start there and to grow there than to start off with $20,000, $30,000 off the bat.
Right.
But the reality is that not everybody can do that. So what about them? we have hope for them.
Sure.
And we wanted to start with you.
That's right.
And we have it, and it's good stuff.
Well, as is your part, you know, you've sort
but
of talked about what I've done, but you know, what you and Dusty have added to this make it really, really special. And I think are going to bring people's lives back to a place in their spiritual life and their walk with God and their Savior in a way that I just don't think is possible through any other program that I know of that ties all these things together in the way that we've done it. I think it's pretty special.
And you can just do it online.